Hello there and welcome to Really Cool Excel. This topic, drop-down lists, falls into the data entry category, but it's definitely an advanced form of data entry. Instead of typing data into a cell, I'm going to show you how to create a drop-down list where you can pick from a number of options. This is particularly suitable when you have to enter the same data over and over again, like client names, complicated reference numbers, or maybe even training course titles. The advantages of drop-down lists are that they save you typing, and perhaps more importantly, they guarantee accuracy. There are other benefits too. Filtering and sorting become much more efficient, for example, and lookup tables work better too. In this example, a training administrator, we'll call her Anna, uses this worksheet to record and plan course bookings. Anna has to input several columns of data against each booking, including, for example, the dates, the cost, and the client name. These entries will change all the time, so it would be difficult to use a drop-down list for them. But then there are columns like course title, trainer, and confirmation status, which would be suitable because the number of variables is limited. So here's what to do, and let's start with the course titles. First thing, we have to list all the titles like this. This list can be stored anywhere, on Anna's training course workbook or on a completely different workbook. Important point though, if you store the list on a different workbook, it must be on the same PC or server network so the files can link to each other. Truth is, it's just so much easier if the list is on the same book, but I do recommend keeping it on a different worksheet. For this exercise, I've stored the list on a worksheet called, well, Data Lists. Now, back to Anna's worksheet. I've put a few rows of dummy data in the columns that won't have drop-down lists, and left the other ones blank for a moment. Now we select the cells in column C that need the drop-down facility. If Anna knows she's only going to have data in, say, row, we would just select those cells. But she probably has no idea how many course bookings she might need to record. It could be 10, it could be 100, so we'll just select the whole column. Next stop is the Data tab, then Data Validation in the Data Tools group. Data Validation again to bring up this dialog box. In the Allow field, choose List, and leave these two boxes ticked. Now we need to specify the source list, so click this icon to collapse the dialog box and navigate to the Data List sheet. Select the cells with the course titles, ignoring the heading. As you'll see from the cell references quoted here, the range is A2 to A14 on the sheet called Data Lists, and the range is absolute, meaning it's fixed in place. By the way, if you've never come across absolute before, there's a really cool Excel video that explains all about it. Now click back on this icon to expand the dialog box again. For the moment, that's all we need to do, so just click OK to save the changes. Click on any of the cells in column C and the drop-down list appears. Now instead of typing in the course titles, you can simply pick from the list. So as I said earlier, Anna doesn't have to type in course titles anymore, and the entries are guaranteed to be accurate because she can't make any spelling mistakes. Now there's one glitch we have to solve. Because we selected the whole of column C, C1 has a drop-down list in it. It's not causing us any bother, but let's get rid of it anyway. Select C1, then follow the same process as before. Data tab, Data Validation, Data Validation again, and click Clear All. We've only got C1 selected, so C1 is the only cell that's cleared. Check it to make sure the drop-down list is gone, sort it. So now we need to set up drop-down lists in column F and then column G. I've set up another data list for booking status and also one for the team of trainers. I'll repeat the process. Select column F, Data tab, Data Validation, and again, choose List. Click the icon to collapse the dialog box, navigate to Data Lists, select the range, and click the icon again to expand the dialog box. The last time we just clicked OK at this point, but let's look at some of the other options we can use. The Input Message tab has another feature that can help whoever is entering the data, because it might not always be Anna. She clearly knows her job, but her stand-in might not be so clued up. In the title field, I'll type Important, and in the Input Message field, please update at every change in booking status. And OK to save the changes. Now a little prompt appears whenever we click on one of the cells, which gives instruction to whoever is inputting the data. Again, I'll delete the drop-down from F1. Same as before, just follow what I'm doing on screen. To save time on the video, I've set up the trainer drop-down lists already, with one added feature to demonstrate. If Anna tries to enter a course title that's not on the list, Data Validation throws up an automatic error message. This is the default error message. But in the trainer column, if she tries to do something similar, like enter Cameron, when Cameron's not on the list, a customized error message pops up. Please make sure you pick from the drop-down list. That's because I set it up here. Just like the input message we did earlier, but instead it's here on the Error Alert tab. You can also change the symbol that appears in the error dialog box. Neat, eh? So that's drop-down lists with a few extra bells and whistles. Makes data entry so much easier and no chance of a mistake. I'll leave you now to go off and experiment, and if you'd like more practice, download the associated Excel files from the website. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again next time.